Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome aboard, literally welcome aboard today, because today we're talking about the movie Titanic. That's why I'm wearing my Titanic shirt. But before I get started, I want to say, if you guys are new to this channel, please subscribe. It takes you 1 second and it helps me out a lot, and I would love you guys to be a part of this journey. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Links are down there in the description. And follow me on Google+, which is up here somewhere. I'm trying to get 1,000 followers on there so one day I can get my channel verified. But yeah, welcome back, guys. Today we're coming back at you with another movie review. And today we're talking about Titanic. Rose, I want you to promise me you'll never let go. No matter how hopeless, you're gonna go on. You're gonna make lots of babies. You're gonna watch them grow. And you're gonna die an old lady, warm in her bed. Not here. Not this night. Do you understand me, Rose? I want you to promise me you'll never let go. I want you to promise me you'll survive. And never let go of that promise. Do you hear me, Rose? Promise me, Rose. Promise me you'll never let go. I'll never let go, Jack. I'll never let go. Okay, that's enough of that. But for real, guys, Titanic was a movie that came out way back when. I'm pretty sure it's almost 20 years ago. And Titanic is a James Cameron movie. James Cameron always invested a lot of money, like always big budget movies. And you can understand why, especially with Titanic. Okay, a lot of people will say Titanic is just this like chick flick kind of movie, and it is, it is, but it's really, how do I put it? It's a movie that's for everybody. You don't have to be a girl to sit and watch this movie. You don't have to be a guy to watch this movie, but you can, it's for anybody. There's the whole love story for the girls, and I guess you could say there's the whole sinking ship and the whole drama for the guys, and all the action and the chaos. But all in all, it is an amazing movie. It's very well filmed, especially back for its time. It was very well filmed. A lot of really good actors. I think Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet did a really good job acting in this movie. You literally felt like they were in love. You literally felt that way. A lot of very good actors, and even like, if you guys don't know the story, which I'm pretty sure every single one of you do. The story is about Titanic, which was a ship, a cruise liner, a luxury cruise liner back in 1912, which sunk, and it left the UK, and it's got fictional characters. In real life, it left the UK. It was going to New York, and along the way, it hit an iceberg, and it sank, taking down, I believe it was like 1,500 people went into the water with the ship, and only 700 people were on the lifeboats. And it's really crazy, but in the story, it's not actually based on true characters. They are fictional characters, Jack and Rose, and basically Rose is this British girl who's brought up in this like really strict, all about money family. She feels like she's trapped. She wants to have a good time and live her life, and she's trapped in this world where everybody cares about just money and the way they look, and she feels like she's just a decoration, and she has so much more in her that she wants to like break free, and she actually wants to commit suicide because of this. But along comes Jack, who is a third-class passenger who won his ticket in a poker game on board the ship. He just happens to be sitting there having a cigarette, looking at the stars, while Rose is about to jump off the back of the ship. He comes along, talks her into not doing it, pulls her over. The two of them are like young. They're like supposed to be like 17 years old in the movie. And they start to like really get to know each other, and then Jack's influence on her, and he's always trying to encourage her to just be herself and get away from the family because they're trying to like ruin her life and control her. So she eventually falls in love with him. He falls in love with her. The ship hits an iceberg, starts to sink, and the two of them have to like fight till the end. And Rose had the chance to like get in a lifeboat without Jack, but she wouldn't go. She wanted to stay with him. And there's just a lot of drama, a lot of action. And they end up on the back of the ship as it's going down. They go into the icy cold waters of the North Atlantic, and they find a door. Okay, this is a part that everybody seems to say, oh, there was enough room on that door. There was enough room, but it wouldn't have been the same. You know, the story was meant to make people cry. And so, obviously, Jack stays in the water. She gets on the door. She survives. Jack makes her promise that she'll survive and go on. And she does. She does just that. She does him his honor that he asks for. He dies, unfortunately, which brought a lot of hate to Rose's character. A lot of teenage girls were like, oh, you know, you should have let him take turns and stuff like this. But it's the movie, guys. It's just the movie. It had that ending where, like, Jack's like, you're gonna die in an old lady warm in your bed, and she actually does do that. Like, at the end, when she's told the story and she's got it all off her chest when she's an old lady, you actually see her dead in her bed, and a lot of people didn't understand that. Was she dreaming? Was she was supposed to have died, and you see all the photographs which show that she did everything that, like, they were talking about riding a roller coaster and riding horses on the beach. You see pictures of everything she's done that she promised Jack she would do. And she dies an old lady warm in the bed, and it's the last part a lot of people didn't understand, because everybody on the ship that died that night was all there by the grand staircase, and Jack's waiting up at the top of the stairs by the clock, and they go up. She walks up, and then they kiss, and everybody starts clapping. And that really is like James Horner as well. He's another one, writes really good music. Rest in peace, James Horner. His music, he was the guy who actually wrote the My Heart Will Go On, and he asked Celine Dion to perform that. It was an amazing song, goes with an amazing movie. And I really, really think it's an amazing movie for anybody to watch. And have I cried watching it? Yeah. There's a lot of cheesy parts, though. Like, I'm flying, Jack, I'm flying. Obviously, she knows she's not flying, so it's kind of like cheesy. But a lot of it is like, you feel as if they're really in love, and it's really well acted. Really, really good computer effects and special effects. And the fact that it wasn't even a real ship and stuff like that. And it's so hard to imagine that this is all like effects. None of it was real. Hardly any of it was real. They had like one side of a ship that they actually flipped the screen to make it look like the other side on certain shots. So they did a really good job. I really love this movie. I would definitely give this movie a 9 out of 10. I don't really believe, I actually don't know if I should give it a 10, because there's not really much wrong with it. I loved it. And I think everybody would enjoy it, you know, and I think a lot of people will deny the fact that they would watch it or anything like that, but I think if you really watch it, it's more than just a love story. It's a true story. It's a real story that happens on a real event, and it kind of gives you the idea of what happened that actual night. So it's kind of a history lesson as well as a love story. And as I said, it's got a little bit of everything, a little bit of drama, action, emotion, and love, and it's got a bit of everything. It's worth checking out if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, you've been living under a rock, that's for sure. But definitely check it out, guys. I'm pretty sure you would love it. Make sure you keep a box of tissues around. Have I cried watching it? Yes, I have. I'm not even embarrassed to admit that. But yeah, I definitely highly recommend you guys check it out. And I would definitely give it a 9 or a 10 out of 10, because it's a really good movie for its time. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Remember to keep chasing your dreams. I love you guys. Peace out.